in my entire body. You know, like things that are happening in my body, in my system that I thought it was normal things. Before I start on this product, things started changing. My body started getting to normal. For example, one is my energy level. Within a week on this product, my energy level changed like massively. I was like, what is it I'm doing differently? What is it that I'm doing? You know, I wasn't even sure that it was this product that is doing that magic on my body. Then the second thing was I used to be constipated. And that one, I started going to the toilet like normal. You know, I begin to wonder what is going on in my system, because when I was introduced to this product, I wasn't listening to to whatever they are saying. I just say, okay, let me just give it a try. So if I have been listening to people's testimony, I would have known that this product does this magic, you know. So I wasn't that way, but it was when I was using it, I started seeing all these changes in my system. I'm like, okay, if this is doing this, then that means I need to be serious with this product. So I started taking it like seriously. And then when I got my product, I got for my children free of charge, right? So, and I started giving it to my son, my daughter. We were all using it, right? Within 2 weeks, my daughter came to me. She was having eczema that has been there forever. Then she came to me. She said, "Mommy, this is going, and it's never gone before, you know." That started going. She was showing. I'm like, "Oh, okay, you know." So this product is so amazing. Then my son, I know we don't make medical claim with using this product, but to be honest with you, we are allowed to share what this product is doing in our system. And especially for me and my family, it's been amazing. My son was asthmatic he's been diagnosed for a long time. And we've been on all sorts of medication. This is a bag. I don't know if you can see this bag of medication. These are what we've been using. Right? We've been on repeat prescription, inhaler, all sorts of, I can't even know the names finished. So he was using them. But since we got our hands on this product, we haven't even had a day in the hospital. Meanwhile, we were regular customers before because they even know us, you know. We'll be going like, within 3 months, he will have the asthmatic attack and we will be going. They know us already. In the middle of night, we'll be in A&E and all that. But this has stopped. And to the extent that we have to stop the medication. I wasn't using the medication for the past over a year now. We've stopped collecting it. Even they called us like, I think earlier this year to come for review. I haven't even go.
Wow.
Unlike before, they don't even call me. I call them, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really been amazing, you know.
Oh, that's honestly absolutely amazing. I really love it when we hear from people and their whole family are using the products and feeling the benefits. So you've got the energy, your daughter helped with the eczema, your son's helped with his asthma. So a whole family on the products and absolutely loving them. Thank you so much.
Really amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Absolutely amazing, guys. And that just gives you a brief overview of what our products can do for you. So we are now going to move over to the business side of things, and we're going to start with Howard, who's going to be telling you all about it.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and a very warm welcome to everybody on the call this evening, and especially those who are looking at this perhaps for the very first time. Let's get right into this straight away. Now, at the moment, we are welcoming the Choose Plus family, that is, we are welcoming something like, over 7,000 new partners each and every month. Let's have a think as to why that may be the case. Well, pre-COVID, there was already a heightened awareness of personal health and well-being amongst the population in general. And why is that? The reason is you cannot avoid, by switching on the television, the radio, opening a newspaper or magazine and being told this is good for you, this is bad for you. It's all very confusing. As Paula so eloquently said, plants and the importance of plants, that's never ever going to go out of fashion. So the awareness of personal health and well-being was very, very high. Then COVID came along and it's changed the world. I think we'd all agree forever. And that awareness has only become more and more magnified. Throw into that the economic uncertainty that COVID has created. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I've met so many people in the last 18 months to 2 years who have either lost their jobs have changed, their jobs are under threat, their businesses are under pressure. Even worse, some people have lost their businesses. So more people than ever before are open to taking a look at new things. Whether they do anything is arbitrary, but they're open to taking a look. And that is why we are seeing a greater number of people joining the Juice Plus family each and every month. And like I say, over 7,000 across something like 30 countries now. We'll talk more about the countries in just a minute. Let's move on to the next slide. So what really do we do as partners? What we're tasked with doing is to build a customer base, to share our story, and to help other people begin their own Juice Plus journey. Now, our partner company, the Juice Plus company, they basically do the rest. And what does that comprise? Well, they've already done all the research and development for all the products. They have done the regulation and the clearance of regulations within each of the markets that we operate in to actually allow us to operate within them. So they have done all that. They ship the products to our customers. They collect money from our customers and account to us on the 10th of every month. They also provide us, and we may have a look at those in a second, with things like an e-commerce website, our own virtual office. They organize events. All this heavy lifting our partner company does. We are simply, as I said before, tasked with building a customer base and helping, training, and encouraging other people to do the exact same thing. It's really that straightforward. But our partner company, we cannot put too big an emphasis on the amount that they do for us. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. So if I told you that there was one way of making money within the Juice Plus company, you'd probably say, well, that's fair enough. Well, it isn't. That isn't true. It's not 2, it's not 3. There are 4 different ways you can actually derive an income. And I've only got time to talk about one. So let's have a look at this. Now, I don't know if you can see the whole of that staircase there, but everybody starts down at the bottom on the left-hand side as a partner. And with help, with training, and with encouragement, there are vested people who are people with a vested interest in your success to get from left to right as quickly or as slowly as you want. You have your foot on the accelerator and your hand on the throttle. You can walk up that staircase. You can run up, you can sprint up, and some people fly up it. Okay. And if you get to that top position, PMD plus, actually, another position off to the right, you will pick up a cool package of bonuses amounting to nearly £120,000. But as I said, that was only one way of making money. There are 3 others. If you throw those all in, though that income will compare very favorably to top executive positions within the corporate world. But guess what? You don't have a boss that is setting you targets that you have to achieve. You haven't got other people who are trying to, clamber over you to get to that senior position. You have all the opportunity to move up that staircase as quickly as you like in your own time. It fits around the other areas of your life. And perhaps that's one of the massive unsung benefit of the Juice Plus business is its flexibility. You can pick it up, you can leave it, you can move really quickly, you can, take a break for a while. It's just entirely up to you. And that flexibility is a major contribution to the attractiveness of the opportunity that we have, that we're looking at the moment. So let's move on and look at some of the typical earnings that you can actually make in, say, your first 3 months. And these figures are notional. There are people who, are actually able to sort of surpass that. But if you consider that, and what I found that was really, really cool, is you actually get paid for your own usage from day one. So you can actually start earning right away. And it's not uncommon at all for people to make that first step up the ladder in their first month. They'll include their own product orders. They may find 1 or 2 people. It could be family members. It could be work colleagues. It could be friends. And it's not uncommon to make that first promotion. If you do so, you pick up that first bonus of £80. And the commission on top of that will be around about the same. So around about £150, £160 in your first month. So your return on your investment, I didn't say about that, did I? It's £50, by the way, to actually become a partner. You have tripled the return on your investment quite conceivably within your first month. Not uncommon to do that at all. And many people make a great deal more than that. So you really can get started and get flying along straight away. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So that was where we kind of are at the moment. Let's have a look at where we're actually going. Now, North America, not surprising, the company's based in Memphis in Tennessee, so North America is pretty well covered. We opened in Mexico not long before COVID. Europe, that's fairly well covered as well. Western Europe, I think Portugal was the last country to join, and that happened literally at the beginning of this year. Eastern Europe, there are a few gaps. There's one less now because the Czech Republic has just opened, and one or two gaps as well. And then in Asia, we used the UAE in the Persian Gulf to act as a springboard into the Asian markets. And so far, we've landed in Malaysia and also in Singapore. And down the right-hand corner, we've got Australia. And we've also got New Zealand just out of picture there. But guys, look at the gaps. Just look at the gaps. Latin America, we haven't even set foot there. And when you consider that there are over 250 million people living in just Brazil, okay, Africa, haven't started there yet. Now, I haven't looked at the populations. I need to do that. But places like Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, other parts of, Egypt, and many others as well, there's a vast number of people there. And then we have Asia. As I said, we have landed there, but the big markets, 7 out of the top 10 most populated countries in the world are in Asia. You've got places like Pakistan, you have the Philippines, you have Indonesia, and of course, you've got India and China. There are 3.5 to 4 billion people in that continent alone. And none of them yet have heard about the Juice Plus company and the opportunity that we have. Now, is it possible, therefore, that there may be some of those people who have health concerns and who would look at an affordable way of bridging the gap between what we should be eating and what most of us do on a daily basis? Do you think there are possibly people there that are like that? And do you think those same people may have financial concerns and may be looking for opportunities to increase the amount of money coming into their households? Because guess what? They're facing increased outgoings just as the rest of us are, be it utility bills, fuel, all this, the pressure that is on household budgets is affecting those people as well. And with the power of modern communications, the internet, social media, it's never been easier to make international connections. If you want to build an international business, if you want to stick to building one within the UK market, that's absolutely fine. There are plenty of people who are looking for that opportunity. We've already seen that. But the opportunity to build something global. And my question to you, this is going to happen. Let there be no confusion. It is going to happen. With or without anybody on this call, anybody currently involved, it will happen. So the question is, how big a part do you want to play? You can play small, you can play big. It's entirely up to you. And with that thought, I'll hand you back to Sarah. Thanks very much for your time.
Amazing. Thank you, Howard. And I think it's always so exciting to see all of the countries that we are yet to move into and all of the incredible potential. So thank you so much. And guys, we are now going to move on to our special guest speaker of the evening. We have got the amazing Anthony Ohanusi, and we're really excited to welcome you to the call.
Hi. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, are you, sir?
Yeah, very good. Thank you. We're excited to have you on the call tonight. So, Anthony, if you just want to take it away and just tell us a little bit about your business story, where you got involved and what the business has done for you.
Literally, the business has changed our lives. Has been a massive impact on our financial terms. So it's really been an eye opener. It's been a lovely journey. How did I come about this? Really, at a particular time in our lives, and it was a tough time, really, because we moved to a new place at that time. And I used to have au pair. I used to bring au pair all over the world to come and take care of the kids. I work for IBM, really. So at that particular time, we had an au pair. I think she was really outgoing. She wants to conquer the world, really, So it was always, we were always on our tour because I was prepared for 3 months and then just decided to say, hey, I found something there that I'm going, and they leave us alone. And I had 4 kids. I had my wife. She's working. I'm working. And it was really a high tempo pace in the house. So at this particular time, we had this open. I wanted to she's been with us for about 3 months. And just the invitation, and then just the conversation she wants to leave. He's been reading all this my school book, Asia, you can look at the world, it's kind of books on the all this high impact book that makes you want to do something, and he said he wants to read. I told her, look, you know what? I take it a little by little, please step by step. She said no. She's going, she's leaving, and she left. So we were really tough for it, because I used to drive the kids from SF Barcelona to London because they not change their school there. So we leave around 4 in the morning, okay? And we get to London, we get to the school. I will sleep in the car, okay, till the school opens, and they go to school. So they kept sleeping in the school, in the class, and the school would call me and tell them, look, I have to leave SS early in the morning to come to school. But there was no open. So it was really tough for us at that particular time. And my wife, Constance, was going through our own stuff too. And then we were saying, can we just get something? Can we get something to do actually? Is it possible to get something that we can do? And somehow on Facebook, somebody introduced this product to her. And really at that time, she wanted to do something like, wait, also me too. We've been looking for something to do because we've been juicing with it. Every time we do juice, we just buy all these juice together, we grind them, everyone will be messed up. I'm like, God, So somebody introduced this to her on Facebook, and he said she called me and said, look at what person is talking about. I said, let's see. We went through it, read it from 2 stores, we read all the stuff. And she said she would go ahead. I said, okay, you go ahead. I'll follow you, I'll support you. So she went in and she got the product. They didn't tell us about the business then, okay? We were still going through our rituals early Monday. I was looking for school for kids in the new place. There was no space, and I was still driving to London. So she took the shake, but she said she wanted to lose some weight there, and she took the capsule. So along the line, within that 2 weeks, she started losing weight, okay? And she gave to me because we saw the product. I was like the 6th there. So, and they already started sending me letters from the GP, my weight, my body mass index, like, hey, Well, I started taking this clothes there. One particular thing that was really concerning in the family was my wife. She doesn't use the food in weeks, sometimes 2 weeks, and it's really a concern taking lactose. So we didn't know that this can solve the problem then. So along the line, 2 weeks into the product, she didn't even know what she was saying. Like going to toilet. One day I told her, you're going to toilet every day. What's happening? And the whole little has changed was JP. And that is how we were so happy. She was losing, I was losing. I actually get to the point when I got to 74 kilograms in my weight. And at that point, that was about almost a month or 2 months into using JP regularly. And then I introduced her to the business. So at this time, we've not been in the business. We've just been a product user, and everything was changing in the family. We're having testing with the product. And then I introduced her to the business and said something about the business that she can make some extra money at home and that kind of stuff. But at that point, remember, we are already in that point. We were looking for something to do. We're really, because we've done so much. I'm telling you, we've put our hands in so many of these other products. We tried them, and the result hasn't been too really interesting. We still have some of the products that we bought, that we go around and knock from house to house. And, it was really tough. So, but she started this, and she was introduced to the product, to the marketing part of it. And then, we started from there. And we got the point that we need to come for JP meeting, at that particular convention at that time. And even at work, because she works in London also, so she was going to London. I was taking the school to student from SF to London. It was really tough for us. And when this particular time opportunity came in, we went to the convention, and in the convention, we saw a lot of people giving testimony, and we saw them saying what God has done for them and what it has done for their family. And then we were coming back home, and Costa told me, hey, Daddy, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pour my heart in this for 6 months. You know what you're going to do for me? Just take care of the kids, take them to school, just do what you need to do. Just give me 6 months, okay? Just do all you need to do for me 6 months, and let's do everything. And she started, and I continued to take care of the kids, take them to school, to focus on it. And along the line, I said, okay, I saw what was coming in. I said, look, I need to join you. And I was under her. She was pushing, like, supporting her. And that's how it has been all through. And it's been a tremendous journey. I say it's really been a good one. If you're on this Zoom tonight, this is an opportunity to come for you, and this is an opportunity for you to take put your hand on this and never be back and run with it. I think it's been a massive change in the family. Yeah, it's been a good one. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks so much. You kept cutting out a couple of times, but I was trying my best to follow along. But yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I managed to get some of it, but thank you so much. You know that I'm a huge fan of you and Constance as well. You're like the dream team, you know, huge inspiration to everyone. It's so lovely as well that, you know, your whole family are involved in the business. You and your wife run it together. You're both, you know, presidential marketing directors, totally transform your life. And it all just started with, you know, a love for the products. Like you said, you was trying to do some juicing, and then you fell into Juice Plus, and then look, you know, a few years later, it's totally transformed life for you.
Yeah, it's really been an awesome journey. I think there are people on the call tonight, and it's still the same thing. You have to make up your mind that you want to do something out of this. You want to make something out of it, and when you focus on it, you get the result.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Anthony. And I love that you said Constance just said to you, 6 months, give me 6 months. And what she achieved in those 6 months is absolutely mega. And we're so happy for you and your family. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined the call this evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. And if you've got any questions at all about the business or the products, please go back to whoever invited you on, and they'll be more than happy to help. Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Recording stopped.
Okay. I need to stop my OBS. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you find this very interesting, you can send me a message.